In aviation, safety is built on one powerful principle: redundancy. Aircraft systems are usually backed up so that if one fails, another takes over. Electrical and hydraulic systems are duplicated or even triplicated, and flight computers constantly check each other. But aviation history also contains rare and tragic moments when a critical system had no effective backup, and that single failure led directly to disaster. One of the most striking examples occurred on January 31st, 2000. That day, Alaska Airlines Flight 261 departed Puerto Vallarta, bound for Seattle, with a stop planned in San Francisco. It was flown by a McDonnell Douglas MD-83, a stretched version of the popular DC-9 series with rear-mounted engines and a distinctive T-tail design. During the flight, the horizontal stabilizer, the large tail surface that controls the plane's pitch, stopped responding normally. Its movement depended on a single-threaded mechanism called a jack screw and an Acme nut. Over many flights, the nut's threads had worn down severely because of insufficient lubrication and extended maintenance intervals approved by regulators. Eventually, the threads completely stripped away. Without that threaded connection, the stabilizer flew to an extreme position. The pilots fought desperately, even briefly recovering from a violent dive, but they ultimately lost control. The MD-83 plunged into the Pacific Ocean near Anacapa Island, killing all 88 people on board. Importantly, this stabilizer trim system had no fail-safe backup to prevent a runaway stabilizer if the jack screw failed. Another design vulnerability emerged during the 1990s in a completely different system, the rudder on the Boeing 737 Classic. In 1991, United Airlines Flight 585 abruptly rolled during final approach near Colorado Springs, and 3 years later, USA Airlines Flight 427 crashed near Hopewell Township, Pennsylvania, after a similar uncommanded roll. Both aircraft were Boeing 737 variants that suffered rudder hard-over events, where the rudder deflected fully without pilot input. Investigators eventually traced the problem to a design flaw inside the single rudder power control unit. A servo valve could jam and cause the rudder to move opposite to the pilot's command. On these 737s, that single failure mode could dominate the aircraft's lateral control, and there was no independent backup system to override it. These accidents forced redesigns of rudder controls and improvements in inspection and maintenance practices worldwide. From the MD-83's stabilizer jack screw failure to the 737's rudder malfunctions, these tragedies share one lesson. Even in the most advanced aircraft, a single point of failure without backup can have catastrophic consequences. And every safety improvement since has been driven by the hard lessons learned when redundancy was absent.